I think there's more to come with this.
Really?
Yeah, I can imagine way more than this.
Yeah, I'll bet people will be excited for that. We're going to talk about what I would describe as my pick for you in the show next, and I want you to take a look because this bracelet is incredible, and we have it for you in a choice of sizes, which I'll mention in just a little bit. But this is the RLM white bronze sculpted cross toggle bracelet, and we'll show you the toggle, but I want you to see the crosses, the links that are that sculpted cross. And it's such a wonderful piece for so many reasons. And I love that it's unique, it's beautiful. I love that you've done the side cross. So in other words, when you wear the bracelet, the cross is at its side, and it just creates such a terrific look. And then there's the toggle.
With a safety toggle. And then there's the little tag.
The RLM.
Now, I'll tell you what I was thinking earlier was, you see how thick these are? I'm just going to turn it to the side. Look at that.
Wow.
And both sides are equally smooth.
Beautiful.
You've got a curved side on one side, curved side on the other side. So it feels wonderful as it slides around your wrist. And then that thickness of the cross form is just great. I love this. But what I was thinking about earlier when I saw this and I said, I've seen something new, is this cross is a really gorgeous cross. It's, as a cross goes, there's something about the proportion that is different. It's not exactly the classic Christian cross.
Right.
The arms seemed a little bit longer, and the head, the top part is a little bit shorter. So it starts to look like a fresh version of a cross, and kind of like an airplane.
You're right. You're right.
So then I have a story to tell you that I had a vision of all of the people in the world floating up in the sky, all above them, each touching with their arms out like airplanes, and their feet together.
Really?
Right? And each person would touch finger to finger and create a long row, and then head to toe. So it was a grid of human beings shaped like airplanes, but looking like crosses, all connected.
Wow.
And this is one strand of it.
Oh my goodness! And when you see that, it's fascinating to hear from the artist and what you wanted to create and the inspiration for what you've created. And I'll tell you, what I think is beautiful is that for everyone, it's going to represent something unique to them, something special for them. And so if the cross is a symbol of your faith, that's wonderful. If you appreciate the humanity of this, that's going to be something else. And just the beauty of the sculptural effect, that the way the cross is done, the shape of the cross. You mentioned that there's a thickness to this that is just beautiful in the bronze.
It's unusual. It's unusually thick, and it gives this unusual weight.
Yeah, I love it.
It feels like it's worth $500.
Easily. It's and you put it around your wrist and you feel the substance of it. Now, you will choose based on the size that you need, and we have a small, which is a 6 3/4 inch fit. We have the average, which is a 7 1/4 inch fit, and then we have the large, which is the 8 inch fit. So if you typically wear a 7 1/4 inch bracelet, you're going to get the middle one, the average. If you typically wear have a smaller wrist, we have the small, and then if you need the longer length, you're going to choose the large. I love how easy the toggle makes this, but I love that the toggle itself becomes as much a part of the design as the cross. As much care was taken, I would imagine, for that.
It's like another pair of arms coming out.
Oh, look, and I'm gonna release it here and just show everyone. So there you can see it, and there's the little RLM charm that lets you know what you have, and then there.
And the toggle is I call it a bone toggle because it looks like it could. Well, it's evolved from what it used to be. But,
really.
Or a little twig, and it just lies there like it's going to sleep. See?
Yes.
Its
Yes.
head goes over and
Yes.
its feet
You're
go
right.
over what is a huge bed, this big round puffy bed. It's
I love
sleeping
that.
and that's what locks it in.
Oh,
So
and
it's very safe.
And it is secure. I'll tell you, if you've never worn a toggle bracelet, one of the things I love is how easy it is to put on without help. You know, like, "Ooh, would you put my bracelet on for me?"
Right.
But also, it is secure. When you've secured the toggle, it is there to stay. That bar will stay completely through the ring, no matter how much moving around you're doing. It's secure. And I want you to see just how dimensional it is. Look at the thickness of those cross links.
Yeah.
And whichever direction, it's a beautiful piece of jewelry. Here's what's happening. This is popular. A lot of you are saying, I love that look. I love the contemporary look of the cross. I love what that represents. I love the beauty of the high polished white bronze. I love that it's RLM. All of these things that will make it a favorite when you get it home. And then I can layer this. If I want to wear this with, for example, the bangles, I'll just slip this over. We saw Kate doing this a little earlier. Look how nice that is, just paired with yeah, I'm going to do a lot of shopping later.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Well, you know, I used to wear cross bracelets for decades.
Did you?
And I mean, I was known as the guy with all the cross bracelets, and then all my friends started to copy me. Well, copy me. I was Robert Lee Morse. I had a store selling these things.
Yes,
so come in and buy. But I was like the model, and I ended up winning Men's Jewelry Award.
Really?
For this armload of bracelets that I always wore. But there were cross bracelets of every conceivable construction that I was doing on guys and girls, and especially in the music industry.
Oh, sure.
The Janet Jacksons.
Sure.
And
Yes. That was a big.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And Madonna and all of the people who, well, crosses were just so huge in the early 90s because we were all on our knees waiting to please let this world come back. I think we're all on our knees still.
I was going to say, it's interesting because that there seems to be a return to that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I think it's always an important part. It's just how that's interpreted changes over time. And so when you look at this, everything about it seems very fresh and very now.
It's exactly.
And yet the symbol is, is as old as,
Exactly.
So
it's the symbol for life. I mean, the Egyptians had it as the Ankh, and it started off way, way long ago. I mean, 10,000 years ago or more. And the symbol of life is man with the arms outstretched. And I used to live in Rio de Janeiro.
I was going to say, it reminded me very much of,
And every day I would look up and see Christ the Redeemer on top of the mountain, and I would think, that is more beautiful than I can handle.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I can see it sort of, there's a similar sort of feeling here. And so when you look at this, and by the way, not only do we have it available for you today in all three sizes, at this point we have all three sizes, it's on 5 easy payments. So maybe this is your first RLM piece, maybe there's something about this bracelet that speaks to you, you love the idea and the interpretation of the cross. I like the way that it's done. Again, when it's on your wrist, it's a side cross, and yet you talked about the scale and the shape is unique, and that's the beauty. And then the toggle makes it very easy to wear, very easy to secure, and once you've fastened your toggle, it is there to stay. And that is just as artistic as the links themselves that create your beautiful cross bracelet.
Now, one thing I haven't mentioned at all is the fact that I tend to, it's part of my look, to do repeating forms.
Really?
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And that's because I'm designing a feeling. I want to get across a certain mood. And I'm not so interested in the exact thing that the form as it is how it repeats around the body, around the wrists, around the neck. So looking at the repeating form, whether it's connected like this link bracelet is, or like the necklace Kate is wearing with the chain in between, that repeating unit is like a rosary. And it starts to become, excuse me, it starts to become something that you unconsciously fiddle with.
Yes, sure.
And you sort of count your crosses, and it goes cross by cross by cross. And in making these things, I'm joining them, jumping this cross, then this cross, and the whole process makes me into it's like a moment of complete flow, or I don't even know what time it is. I'm in such heaven. because I'm meditating.
Right, exactly,
Right.
exactly. It creates almost a pattern that you follow,
Right.
and as you're looking at it on Kate too, that's the other thing too. You talked about the jump rings, where you've got again where it's pierced at the top and the bottom of the cross, and the scale of that, and how it's balanced. I think that's what's so, when you wear it, you feel that balance. Here's what you will do. Let me know what length you want in this bracelet. It's my pick for you in the show. It's a beautiful design from Robert, and we've got it on 5 easy payments today. 6 3/4 inch length. We have a 7 1/4 inch length, and we have an 8 inch length. And just so that you know, the cross is about 7/8 of an inch at its widest point, which again goes back to the scale and just.
And it's not tiny.
No,
That's not tiny.
exactly. You'll notice this one immediately. So we have the necklace that Kate is wearing, and we do want to spend just a quick bit of time to tell you about that. It's the white bronze sculpted cross station.